following footage is certified PG. Pretty great.
Look at that. He is back with me. Yay.
Oh, no more rocking on the boat.
No more no more like shitty signal or anything like that.
That's right.
We are actually here. You are in your studio. You are back.
Yep.
You are here with me, my friend. How was your trip?
It was really good. I wasn't sure what to expect, but especially for 8 days, man, and like 2 days out on the boat, 2 days coming back, like nothing but open water, no land in sight. It was a little rough coming back.
Was it?
Yeah, when they left out from St. Thomas on Thursday night, it wasn't bad Thursday night, but you got into Friday morning, and we were out off the shelf, as they said on the boat, and you're in the deep water. It's like you start looking at that thing, it's like 20-something thousand feet, 30-something thousand feet. And I do the math on thousands of feet.
Yeah.
Probably easier than most because I do fiber splicing. So like every mile is about 5,000 feet.
Woo.
So 40,000 feet was like, oh shit, that's like 8 miles down. That's deep.
You're like,
and they were hauling ass to get back. They had 2 days to make it all the way back to Florida. Man, that thing was just riding the waves up and down, side to side. It was crazy.
Yeah. No.
We had a great time. A lot of fun. We there's so much stuff to do on the ship. It really is. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know about cruises, and they hear all the bad stories about the cruises. It's not bad. It's everything you do in life is what you make of it. And if you go into it with a shitty attitude and all that, it's going to be shitty. But
just go and enjoy it, man.
Yeah. I mean, you could eat whatever you want, whenever you want, as little as you want, as much as you want. There's all kinds of stuff all the time. There's some, they will nickel and dime you to death too.
Of course, that's what they do.
Watch that. That's right. The first day we were out on the deck, and I didn't get the drink package. Drink package was like, I don't know, it was like $1,000 or something, $800, $900.
Yeah,
you could get up to 15 beverages a day.
Excuse me.
Unless you're doing some serious drinking and like cocktails.
There's
all
not
day.
a chance in hell I'm doing 15 a day.
And I could drink only so many cocktails, and then I'm like, I'll drink some beers and stuff. I'm not getting my money's worth on that thing, so I didn't. And so I was just going to buy a few drinks along the way. And this guy comes up, and I had the people we were traveling with, Mike, the esteemed councilman, Mike Ward, he got into his cabin, and there was some beers left behind in the fridge, some ultras. So he gives me one. We're sitting on the deck, and this guy comes by and is like, "You need some more ultra?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." And he's like, "No, you need some more. You need a bucket of 6." I'm like, "Oh, like no, I really don't." And then I thought, well, I don't have anything for the week, so why not? So he scanned my card, brought me 6 ultras. I struggled to drink those by the end of the week because I just don't like ultra too much anyway.
Yeah,
but I stopped and got some better beers along the way, and I just didn't drink a lot. Like I drink tea or something at dinner. I'd get a glass of wine a couple times, but
dude, that's the whole thing. Like, like you appreciate that, right? But it's like, dude, it's like, ugh. Like, so here's the thing. Invisible. Shout out to our boy I hear, Phil. What's going on, my man?
What's up, Phil?
Welcome to Frosted Flakes and Breakfast Takes, just for you. Okay,
that's right.
We did this just for you.
That's right.
Where this is the show where we talk about anything and everything that is North Carolina, from sports to, honestly, whatever comes to mind. Is where we've had some of our best shows. So I think we figured we were going to keep it going, and so that's what we're going to do. So we are here, and if you see me looking down, is because I'm just making sure that everybody on the interweb knows that we are live. Pretty much it. Okay. Yep. And so, guys, we both of us had a pretty big weekend already. We had a lot of things to do during the weekend, and so we're going to go over some of the things that you went over. I did. I know for sure that some of the things that I did was very specific to North Carolina and what's going on in the world of sports. But then we also look at some of the scores. We were both having a conversation about the new Atlanta uniforms, their City Connect uniforms. So we'll give you guys our take. Apparently there was some golf going on. I didn't even pay attention to that, and so yeah, we'll see. We'll try to go and get that. See what happens. All right. All right. So, but I'm happy to have my co-host back, away from his ship, his yacht, and now he is back with me here live out of South Carolina, and I'm in North Carolina. So, yeah, tell us a little bit more about your trip. Some of the countries that you visited.
Yeah, so I was really looking forward to a lot of this trip because I hadn't been to any of these places before. So, yeah,
Really, you haven't been to Puerto Rico?
had been, no, I've
Oh, I
been to
thought
the
for
Bahamas a
sure
few
you were.
times. I had never been to Puerto Rico, and man, it was not enough time to be on shore for like 5 hours. It's like,
No.
yeah, you pretty much didn't get too much that you could do, but I made the most of what I could. In hindsight, so anyway, let me back up. We stopped at Grand Turk. Grand Turk was very cool, although Grand Turk is probably the less fancy of the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Okay.
Somebody even asked about the celebrities, and the guy on doing our little golf cart tour was like, "You're not going to see any of those people today. They're over on the Big Island, where there's a lot more to do than there is on this island." But Grand Turk was very cool. We did a little golf cart tour. Took us out to a couple of sites and to a little beach bar on the opposite end of the island.
Okay. Beach
Get a little
bar.
bit of
There you
food.
go. Now we're talking.
The one thing I was disappointed is they didn't have the conch fritters. They were out of conch
Oh,
fritters. I was like, oh, come on, man. But the jerk chicken, the
well,
wings, oh my gosh, those were so good.
jerk chicken is so good, ain't it?
Yep, it is. And I made a point to try and get a local beer at every stop. So I did get a beer from Turk's Head Brewing. So craft brewery was my goal, and I did hit my goal at each port. So
You
that was
did or
great.
you didn't?
I did.
Okay,
I did get a
good.
craft beer at every one. So I got that. Really good stop there. Tuesday was in San Juan. We didn't get into San Juan till late. Like we couldn't even get off ship till like 1, but we didn't leave out till 8. But hopped off at 1 o'clock. Me and Mike did a walking tour. The girls didn't want to go. They're like, we're not going to do any walking. We really didn't have a tour planned. They didn't want to go walking around.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of us did this walking tour. Guide took us for like 3 hours, all the way up to San Cristobal Fort.
Mm-hmm.
And that fortress is freaking awesome. The fact that they built that in the 1500s to 1600s took 100 years to build, but just the engineering of that and the design of that at that time period in the world is insane.
And it's still standing.
And it's still
After how many
standing.
hurricanes and all of that, it's still there.
The thing is that the underworkings of that is fascinating because so much of it's built underground to be able to like pop up behind your enemy and stuff. I mean, just the thought in the way they built the moats and the hillside and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were attacked and the enemy came up the hill, they had tunnels that would take you down behind them, and you could pop up behind them. You could blow them up from below without destroying the whole thing. I mean, it was just insane how cool that was designed.
Yep.
So really enjoyed that. We asked the tour guide about place to eat and drink, and he's like, well, if you go down this alley, you can get this. Down this alley, you can get that. He said there's a craft beer place. It's got all kinds of local craft beer. I was like, that's where we're going. And that's a fancy place. It was built in 2017, called Ocean Lab Brewing.
Yep.
Right there at the port. You could see all the boats, out the window and stuff. But man, that place, the beer was fantastic. The food, I showed you guys the other night, the plate with the sausage and barbecue ribs and everything. We'll come back to that. I'll try to think on what that would be, or you can think of what you think it would be.
And good morning, John, to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah. Good morning, John. So anyway, that was a fantastic craft brewery. They brewed all kinds of beers there. I mean, they had the IPAs, the porters, the ambers. I mean, just a good mix of stuff. So absolutely love that. Brought some of that back with me. Third stop was St. Martin. Did the zip line in St. Martin. That was
You
fun.
did zip line?
Yeah, we had a zip line thing, me and Mike and Melissa. Again, Rhonda was like, not doing that. Her and Melissa's mom and their son did a separate tour, a little bus tour of the island while we did the zip line. And so we got there and I looked up at how high that was coming down. I was like, we're doing that? I don't know about that. You get on a sky lift or ski lift.
They get you all the way to the tippy top.
Well, it takes you all the way up almost to the top, and then you do a canopy zip line, like 4 different ones across the ravines, which was kind of cool because you don't feel like you're as high going across the ravines. But you could see the entire island. You could see a little dot in the distance that was our ship. Then it takes you to the very top. Up there, they got a bar. Cocktails, beers, whatever. You just get your name online on the list for next in line and go have some drinks. They'll call you when it's time to get in line and go down the zip line. That thing, I looked at the stats because I know I wanted to tell you. So it's a little over 1,000 feet in the air.
Whew.
So you're doing 1,000-foot drop over the course of 2,800 feet, which 2,800 feet is almost a half mile long.
Yikes.
So from the top to the bottom, just straight out is almost half a mile, and it's 1,000 foot down. And I thought, this is going to be crazy. And just like when I jumped out of a plane, it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. It was like they put you in this little seat. It's basically like sitting in a sling chair.
Yeah.
And off you go. And it doesn't go super fast. It's kind of controlled braking. It was very awesome. The view was incredible. The only disappointing thing was the photo. They have cameras. It's supposed to take pictures of you at different places, and they have a video of the last ride. Sure. Their camera system's off a little bit. It caught me most of the way down, but at the very end, it didn't catch me coming in. It just kind of caught me slinging back after I stopped.
Okay, so you didn't really were able to get a picture of you.
I didn't get a great. I mean, I got a great video of probably the first half of it, but I didn't get a great video of me like coming in at the end.
At the very end, yeah.
And at the canopy zip line, I saw the cameras on one of them. There's like 2 or 3 of them angled at you, and I spun straight at it, and I was making faces and stuff. It didn't capture any of that. I was a little disappointed in that part of it, but we had fun. Zip line was awesome. So, and then I was able to get we got back to the port. There's a lot of little bars and shops there at the port, and we hadn't had any lunch or anything. So we wanted to get something to eat. There really wasn't any food to eat, but I looked over and I'm like, there's a little beer stand from St. Martin Brewing. Went over there, got me a St. Martin beer. Mission accomplished.
Done. Yeah. Check.
Check that one off. And then St. Thomas was the last stop. St. Thomas was fantastic too. We did not do a tour there. We basically caught a taxi to a beach, Coquille Point. And
I'm sorry, you should say Coquille Point?
Coquille Point is the name of the beach. Now I know I've seen Coquille spelled Coqui.
Yeah.
This was Coki.
Okay.
But it was still for the frogs is what the guy told us.
I was just gonna say, because Coqui is that's how we spell it in Puerto Rico.
He said because we were asking about beaches, and he's like, well, Coquille Point is the best beach. It's about 30-minute drive. It's named for the frogs, blah blah blah. So we go over to the Coquille Point, and it was beautiful. It was almost like a little inlet, like almost like a little inlet area beach. It was packed, but the water was fantastic, clear. I mean, you couldn't ask for clear water.
That's awesome.
Was able to get a local beer there, a couple of local beers there. Presidente, no, not Presidente. What did I get? One called Elephant. There's Elephant something. I'd have to look back at my picture to get the name
Elefante.
of it. Yeah, but that was a really good beer, and that wasn't the best beer that I got at St. Thomas, but I got that. Mike got a cocktail. Now this little bar up there, she puts the cocktail mix up on the counter, and she gives you the rum. You put how much rum you want. Make it as strong as you want, or as not as strong as you want, and then you pour your rum in there. Give it back to her. She blends it up, puts it in the glass, gives you all the extra. I was like, dang, it's like make your own cocktail today.
All right. See, that's the thing. There was no point of really buying a drink package at a boat because it's like you drink so much. When you're off the boat, then you're like, I just want water or something simple.
Right. I mean, 4 days you're off the boat for 5 hours, 6 hours, or whatever you make of it. You're not going to drink on the boat, so you're paying for stuff you're not getting.
Sure.
I didn't need the drink package, but we got back to port. Rhonda and the girls got on the boat. Mike and Melissa wanted to do a little shopping, and I saw this brewery called Leatherhead Brewing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go check that out. Straight up, just a normal craft brewery. You go in there. They had the Masters on the TV. They had like a dozen different beers and seltzers and sours you could choose from. Sat down, got me a 6-beer flight so I could try some stuff. Grabbed about 3 or 4 cans. And they had in their cooler where you grab the canned beers.
Sure.
There's stickers on there from all over the place. I mean, a lot of these brewers, when they travel, they take their stickers, like you and I do. And that's the one thing that disappointed me. I left my mayor sticker sitting right over here. That was the one disappointment. I was like, damn, I left my stickers. So next trip, I'm going to make sure I have them. But I started looking at the cooler. There's River Rat from Columbia, which River Rat doesn't exist anymore, but River Rat's one of the local breweries here in Columbia. There's River Rat. There's Wooden Robot from Charlotte. There's Burial from Asheville. I started to see Old Mecklenburg from Charlotte. I'm like,
get out of here.
Yeah, so I'm seeing some stickers from some North and South Carolina breweries on there. I was like, that's very cool.
That's awesome.
But I got some cans there. I got some cans at Ocean Lab in Puerto Rico, and they are in my fridge downstairs right now, my friend.
Man.
I'm going to have me some beers to drink on DHC Sports Show the next few episodes.
I like it. Dookie McDuke, is this another? Yes, you certainly. How'd you know? How did
come on,
you
bro?
know?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's just crazy. How'd you
Exactly
have known better, moron? Anywho, listen. I'm glad that you have fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad you enjoy yourself. I'm glad that you got your point that you wanted to get. Like, it was like, hey, I want to go out there and I want to get craft breweries from other countries, and you were able to do that because that's pretty cool stuff, right?
Yeah. And and so to finish off the craft brewery thing,
yeah,
they actually have a brewery on the ship. So Carnival brews their own beers.
Okay.
They have 6 ships now that are currently outfitted with onboard brewing, like an onboard brew.
They got their own brewmaster.
Yes. There's 8 brewmasters total. There's 6 working at each time, 1 on each ship. So they rotate vacations and everything. So we did a tour of the brewery, which it's not huge, but it was a good hour and a half tour. They give you free beer. They give you a glass. I mean, you had to pay for it, like $30, but
yeah,
you got a souvenir glass. You got a flight of 4 different beers, and he kept bringing pitchers out to kind of add to it. Gave us a free beer at the end. Gave us a card for another free pint later. So I mean, it worked out pretty good. The Vista, the ship we were on, was the first ship Carnival put an onboard brewery on 10 years ago. I was like, that's very cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So you can buy their beers in the Miami area. They had some of their own beers in cans on the brewery, on the boat, which I actually didn't find out until the last day because they didn't have them like everywhere.
Yeah.
But we went to see the Super Mario movie at IMAX on Saturday. And in the cooler, they had a couple of their Red Frog, or Thirsty Frog is the brand, beers in cans there. I'm like, damn, if I'd have seen this the first day, I'd have never got those Michelob Ultras. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So, you don't want to get all that crap. You want to get their craft and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, the rest of the stuff on the boat was fun. Rhonda and I won bingo. The first day we won one of the games of bingo where it was actually the last game. We got $75 plus the VIP, which got us free games the rest of the ship or rest of the cruise, which was basically a $150 value because it's like $50.
Seriously?
A set of games that we played. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. But you could win up to $2,000 or $5,000 on the last 2 games that they played. So
okay. Like,
Nobody
listen,
won that amount, but several of them, because they had to split it in some places. In the last $5,000 game, you had to get a full coverage
okay.
in less than 49 numbers. Well, they can kind
Oh,
of control that because it's digital if they really wanted to
yeah.
some extent. I mean, they can't control what the boards are, but if you didn't get it in that, then it was still like a few $1,000s split amongst whoever hit bingo. I think there was like 5 people that hit the bingo on the last one split. They got like $300 each or something. So
Still
it's still
better than
fun.
nothing.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the shows are great. I got to participate in one of the shows, their Studio 54 style show.
Sure.
They were like looking for VIPs. I'm like, I'll do it. So I got to go up on stage and be one of the village people during the singing of YMCA.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And Rhonda's got video of it. So
Oh, definitely got to take a look at that for sure.
I'll see if I can get her. I'll get her to. Well, actually, she'll send it to me. Forward it to me. I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, so we can play it on the show
Tuesday night if you want to play a little clip of it.
Absolutely, definitely for that.
Fun time, absolutely fun time. We're already talking about possibly doing another cruise next year, so we'll see.
Cruises. It's been a long time since I've been on a cruise, and I really am looking forward to being on another cruise.
Yeah,
I truly did enjoy my time on the cruise, and so I definitely want to be on there on another one. So, but speaking of beer, okay, speaking of beer, your boy, his team, the Broken Bat Baseball Club, which is a Sandlot team here in the Raleigh area, North Carolina. He and his team officially got sponsored by a brewery.
so
it's official.
That.
Yeah, it's official. We are sponsored, and there was the announcement came out on Friday, and so we are now sponsored by Edit Brewery here, Edit Brewery Edit Brewery Co. Here in the Raleigh area. So it's pretty cool. We had our first game, and then I'll go over that here in a little bit. But we had our first game, and we had some beers for that, so it was so much fun having to that. And then I took a couple of cans with me so I can put it in my fridge, so we can so I can have that show during the show. So, but what I wanted to talk about is Saturday. So Saturday, MLB Raleigh. Every year they put out an event. It's called Baseball, Beer, and Barbecue, right? And so it's where you get together at another brewery here, another craft brewery here, Trophy Brewery in here in North Carolina. They create a very specific MLB Raleigh beer. It's their American lager beer, really good. Okay, it's called Play Ball, and so. But this event is put together, so they have like all of the set. They had a MLB Raleigh. They got a lot of merch. Dude, the merch was going on the whole time. Okay, I was even texting. It was like Donnie, and that this is where you were at the movie, and so I got it anyways. Just thinking, I was like, he's probably gonna want it anyway, so let me just get it. And so they had a lot of North Carolina, Raleigh specific baseball. Like, hey, we're trying to get baseball here in North Carolina. We are, primed for it. And so they've been doing a really good job for a couple of years now, so they can have baseball here, right? So it's a full thing. And obviously, we know that Ryan Foose, Fooster Sports, is one of the forces behind that. And so, you know, I was like, hey man, just let me know. I got some merch. I sold some merch, but for the Sandlot team, would love to come out. He was like, oh yeah, the whole league is coming. I'm like, perfect. We were there from the very beginning to the very end. We didn't leave until the very end. And so that was cool. Darla and the kid came over because they had some other things to do. So I was there before and after, so prepping and all that. And so it was awesome. There was a wiffle ball home run challenge.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We had like I said, the whole league was there. We were spreading the word about Carolina Sandlot Collective. So if you guys don't know, I play in what is called Sandlot Baseball here in North Carolina. And so we have what is called the Carolina Sandlot Collective. And every weekend we play baseball, either through an open or through baseball games. And so that's what we were doing. We're just spreading it, and so many people came to us and asked us what it was, and we was like, listen, honestly, this is pretty much like a beer league, you know, like everybody from all levels of skill sets are here. You come hang out with us, come join us, and so it was a lot of fun, right? Our open is not yet because all of us had games this weekend, and then so next weekend, what we expected every year after this event, what the expectation is that it's going to be a pretty packed weekend for the opens where people come on and hang out and see what this is all about. So that's the expectation for this weekend coming up. But yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was such a cool event because there was such a turnout. A lot of people showed up to this event to hang out, drink beer, talk baseball, right? There was this guy who designs these boards. It's like a game, like a dice game. I didn't spend too much time just because I was just so busy, but it looked pretty cool. We had a all right, so you know where the Wilson Tops played, right?
Right.
Obviously, they're not playing this year, but when they play, there's also a museum there. Okay, there's a
Yep.
baseball museum there for like history of people and players in North Carolina that played all over the right, and so they also come. So they were there and they showed up all their jerseys, all their gloves. It was such a cool event. And the other thing that we had it was a barbecue place, so good. There was a hot dog joint, so good. I'm personally I'm someone who believes that baseball and hot dogs, it's a marriage, made in heaven. So it was cool, right? So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I had some good food, good pulled barbecue. Oh my god, pulled pork barbecue,
Oh man.
dude, so good. They had pickled jalapenos on there that you can put
Ooh.
on. Let me tell you, Donnie.
I love some jalapenos on stuff. I'll always add that if I can somewhere.
So do I.
But
You
I
know what I
haven't
mean?
thought about it on. I mean, barbecue places you don't normally see that, so I'm sure that would be fantastic.
Dude, it was so good. That's the thing though. Like I don't usually see that.
Yeah.
It was pickled that and then pickled actual pickles. Oh,
Okay.
dude, let me tell you, their sauces were so good. So we had a blast. All right. And then later on in the night, we had a good going away party for one of our friends that he's moving to South Carolina to Augusta actually. And so we're like, all right, let's go out. So we went to another brewery, Aviator, which is one of the ones that I
Oh yeah.
took you to.
Yeah.
We went to their new joint, like the big outdoor one. So we were there for the night and we just hung out. So a whole lot of beer on Saturday. Uh,
Nice.
and then Sunday we had our Sandlot game, man. As you already know, I'm the one who started the team, so I'm the captain of the team, and so we were hanging out. We played. Uh, we were the hosts, so we were playing the Raleigh Reapers.
Okay.
That's their name of the team, the Raleigh Reapers against the Brooklyn Baseball Club, and so we grilled hot dogs. We grilled some Kirkland hot dogs, baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some
Can't
Kirkland.
go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with a good Kirkland hot dog,
Because
man.
everything that Kirkland has its name on is a top brand. They just don't tell you which version of that top brand it is.
Exactly, and so good.
Yeah.
So we had
Probably
that,
Ballpark or something. Who knows?
which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Listen, me and Ballpark, hey, holla at us, boy.
That's
I
right.
love me some Ballpark. But it was such a cool event because like the weather was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, when you play sandlot baseball, you got to play with certain rules, right? Because it's not just you can't play the full like games that you are like. Cause listen, we are all in our late 30s and 40s and 50s, right? Like, and you got to go to work the next day, dude.
Yep.
Right. Obviously, Advil is my best friend and Icy Hot. And so there's like there was no stealing this game around. If you had a pass ball, then you can take your base automatically. And then third strike drop balls, like it's like a you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We ended up losing 10-6, but like no one keeps score really, you know. I went 1 for 3 for one strikeout, one ground out. I hit a good down, but it was straight to the pitcher. So it's like whatever. And when the bottom of the ninth, we were down 10-1 with 2 outs.
Oh,
We made it a rally. You know what I mean? So I got a single. I got I think he's either 1 or 2 runs in. So, but like we ended up losing 10-6. So it was like, listen, I didn't care. We were out there hanging out, having fun, dude, and it was so much fun. And that's the whole point, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So next weekend will be our open, and the weekend after that is the event,
Nice.
the survive the revival. So so it'll be fun, and I'll be playing at a minor league ballpark.
That's going to be awesome.
I cannot wait for that, dude. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So, all right. So let's get going. There's a couple of teams here in the state of North Carolina. They are playoff bound, my friend.
Yeah.
They are playoff bound. The Carolina Hurricanes of the NHL. They are the top seed in the Eastern Conference right now, and the Metropolitan champion. So they are headed to the NHL playoffs. And you know what other team is in the playoff?
My Charlotte Checkers.
Your Charlotte Checkers, and there's another Charlotte team. Did you know that?
Oh,
as of right now, the Hornets.
The Hornets. That's right. I knew the Hornets were on the bubble. I
Yep.
didn't know if that was official yet or not. Okay.
Yeah, so they're on the bubble. So it is a TBD game. So we have a couple of games that are happening. So let me see. So I'm looking here at the what the bracket is. All right. So I have here the bracket. It says Hornets Heat. Hornets number 9, 10 is the Heat. 7 is the 76ers. The 8th is the Magic, and that's for the eastern side. The western side, your 10 is the Warriors. Your 9 is the Clippers. Your 8 is the Trailblazers, and the 7 is the Suns.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting in the NBA. So I'm going to go down on the eastern side, right? So we got number 6 are the Atlanta Hawks. Number 5 are the Toronto Raptors. Number 4 are my Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3 are the New York Knicks. Number 2, the Boston Celtics. And then number 1 overall is the Detroit Pistons.
Okay.
So there you go. So that's the Eastern Conference. On the Western Conference, number 6, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 5 is the Houston Rockets. The 4 is the Lakers. The 3 are the Denver Nuggets. Number 2, the Spurs. And then number 1, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
All right.
Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
I mean, the Hornets have been so bad for so long, but Con Knippel is legit.
Yeah.
They can keep building around him going forward. They might can start, being in the conversation next few years.
Let me ask you a question, because this is a question that I've been asking myself for so long now that I've been struggling with the NBA. Okay. I want to get more into the NBA, but it's just every time I see it, it's just I cannot for the life of me just find the motivation to watch an NBA game. I don't know what it is about it. You know what I mean? Hell, I will rather sit through a soccer match, or I'd rather sit through a UFL game than I'd rather sit over an NBA game. And I don't know why.
I don't either. It's like, I don't know. It's just turned into, all it is it's playground ball, and it's they don't even call their own penalties, and there's no real referee into it. That's the thing that bothers me, is there's no true. If they officiated it legit, it would be better. But they don't call. They get away with so much stuff. It's
annoying as shit.
It's very annoying, because when you're watching the game and you're like, dude just picked up his pivot foot and they didn't say anything. It's no fun watching it. I mean, I know for the kids, they don't care because they're all about the street ball style, the playground style.
Right, exactly.
And it's okay to some extent, but you still gotta call. I mean, hell, when we were kids, excuse me.
As he is dying right there.
Sorry. When we were kids, you called it on yourself and you were like, oh, dude, I can't believe I just did that. Now they just like all the flopping that became.
Don't argue. That's like, no, it wasn't. That wasn't it. I was like, dude,
come on, dude. Just play the game. Just play legit, straight up. I don't know. I just can't get into it because it's not. I know we sound like old guys, but it's just
Yeah,
not real.
I was just gonna say, I was like, I know we sound like get off my lawn guy. I know we do, guys. But I think we've established that part.
I want to like it. I want it to be at least a little bit more respectful of some rules.
I agree. Like when you
And
see people like the players like do 3-4 steps, I'm like, bro, you just walked.
well, and the thing is too, you got a guy that drives the lane, pulls up at it like 6 feet out, and then kicks the ball out to somebody for a three. Like, dude, just take the shot. Like all it is chunking 3-pointers. I don't know. I just can't get into the style at all.
I tried. I tried.
I did. I've tried to watch a couple of Hornets games, and it's just like, ugh.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the time. Also, I know I don't have the time. Obviously, we know that our sport is baseball. We are baseball fans. That's who we are. We'll always be number one baseball. Then you got the football game, right? And so, like I have tried. I have sat through a basketball game. NCAA tournament is the only thing that I will pay attention just because I think it's fun during the brackets. Other than that, I could care less. And I know our good friend Virgil's going to be like, he's going to have a bone to pick because he's a massive, basketball fan. I just can't do it. I have tried.
Yep. I sat there last night and Sunday night baseball. I just put on the Braves Guardians game. I don't really have any skin in watching those teams
Correct.
other than just I thought the Braves uniforms were fantastic.
Mhm.
But I mean, if they had Sunday night NBA, I'm not putting an NBA game on and having it in the background because it's like
No,
I could care less actually.
I don't care. Like I'd rather do something else. Which is, I know it's sad. And some people are going to probably kill us on that. But go ahead. I don't give a shit. Have at it. You know what I mean? Tell me how, we don't know sport. We don't know ball. No, I don't care. It's just that we don't know. It's just I don't care enough to say, hey, just don't.
Yeah. And it's funny because being the older guys,
it didn't go good, Phil. It didn't go so good.
Hey, Phil, they did not like my joke. I texted a joke last night and got a red card for it from Eric. I texted a joke, said that the Guardians are paying full price tonight because they can't get anything on sale. I mean, come on. Bro. That's a good joke.
Also, Chris Hill looks like a homeless mountain man. I'm sorry.
I thought mine was better. He looks like a guy that brews IPAs.
He does, dude. I was laughing. I was like, he does look like a man who brews IPA. Bro, I was like, and then I was telling the wife that, and she's like, that beard is not helping.
Yeah, he's something else, man. That's a different look. He's always been a weird dude, though.
He was, but he was dealing, dude.
He was. Oh my gosh,
he was dealing. He held the Guardians to just one run. So obviously, my team lost 13-1. Good for the Atlanta Braves. Their uniforms are legit.
You know what I loved last night from Atlanta, and
yeah,
I need to watch more. I mean, it's early in the season, but they were spraying the ball around. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
You're so used to like it's either home, and this is what I hate about the Yankees. It's either home run or bust. I mean, they were ripping balls down the line. They were hitting balls up the middle. They were going with the pitches. They were the Braves they were just spraying it, and that's what I love is a team that can just you put the ball in play where they pitch it, you hit it.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing, though. It's like, and they were getting some really good, lucky shots. That like there was no one there. I was like, oh my god, like, and you couldn't be mad. Like, I mean, it is what it was. It's like he was doing a great job, our pitcher, but it was just like, dude, you just couldn't do anything. It was dropping in between the shortstop and the outfielder, and it was just like, it's nothing you can do.
No,
like there's some games that you're not gonna have it, and this was it. It was just like they got your number. Atlanta had Cleveland's number last night. They did.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. I gotta say, I wasn't too happy with the broadcast because here's why. Okay, they were putting too much of the Cleveland losing stuff, Cleveland this and Cleveland that, and I'm like, can we move on?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they were just piling on Cleveland, and I'm like, guys, like
they went back to the 90s with the series between Atlanta and Cleveland a lot.
95, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. The first weekend I I didn't know how I was going to like them having the different broadcasters.
Yeah.
In
CC
there.
Sabathia does a really good job. I'll say
I love
that.
CC is very good. I love having him on there. I like that Bob Costas is involved because I've always loved Bob Costas as a broadcaster and his stories and stuff.
He's a good storyteller.
We'll see how it goes game to game. Some of these guys they're bringing in are better than others so far, but we'll see.
Yeah, no.
It's got to grow on me a little bit more.
Yeah,
So.
I'm okay with it. I was okay with it. I was okay with Sunday Night Baseball. I was totally okay with that. They've done a better job with than ESPN. I'll say that.
Absolutely. Yep.
So the fact that they had CC Sabathia and CC was like giving some good stories and stuff like that. And he's talking about it, and it's just like, okay, I can get with it. You know what I mean? As someone, if I was saying like if I was someone who's not like a Guardians fan and I was just watching it just for the sake of watching it, I would have been like, man, they're dogging on Cleveland. But at the same time, I was like, well, they're doing a really good job at like presenting a baseball show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're putting it together. And so I was okay with that.
Well, and if the Guardians were playing better, scoring runs better,
it would have been a totally different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't help themselves. I'll say this. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm okay if the Guardians go back to the Indians.
Right.
I'm okay. And someone who has a sign back there. Okay.
Yeah.
I am okay with them going back to the Indians. If you don't want to bring the Chief Wahoo back, that's fine. Just give me the name back because this fucking Guardian's name is absolutely, it annoys me. I don't know why. It still does to this day.
Yeah, it's
not good.
No, and it's not growing on you either.
No, it's not.
It's just the longer it goes, the more annoying it becomes. It's like just go 100%. Back to what we had. Because legitimately, you think about all the teams that are still using Native American names. It's not. Maybe in the back in the day there was some misintention. There wasn't that. There wasn't disrespect of the name.
No.
It wasn't a slur. It wasn't meant to be that. It was meant to be like, to somewhat, whether people want to believe it or not, it was meant to be respectful. Just like the Golden State Warriors, they celebrate that warrior mentality. Even, I could see the Redskins as a more of a slur, but it wasn't that way. But the thing is, they had Native American input on that to begin with. People don't care.
Yeah.
But just the name Indians, Native Americans use the name Indian. You go on reservations and they use that word themselves. It is what it is. People will say, well, other people use words that they can use and others can't. That doesn't fly with me.
Yeah,
you can't be offended by something you say yourself, in my opinion, but that's a whole other story. And I don't think the word Indians, like you said, they could do away with the caricature because maybe that was a little bit much, but it was what it was back in the day. But you're right. The name Indians, you got the Indianapolis Indians. You got lots of others that still use that.
Honestly, I'm okay with it bringing it back. Even give me the 90s Chief Wahoo. Give it to me. Bring it. I'm in for it. I'm all for it because I was just like, Guardians are not doing anything for me. Like it's just like the word mark is not doing anything. Like the Guardians, and listen, I'm supporting the team. It's just I'll be okay with if it goes back to the Indians. I know it sounds bad, right? I know it sounds like Ed. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Bring it back because this thing has been it's so embarrassing. It's such a bad name.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And we were the only team that changed the name.
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
Even the Tampa Bay Devil Rays is back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Like what are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing here? So, all right, let me go over some scores real quick here from Sunday. The Texas Rangers beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-2. The Astros went into Seattle, and Seattle put an absolute whooping on them 6-1. Colorado Rockies lost to the Padres 7-2. The Pirates lost to the Cubs 7-6. The Red Sox beat the Cardinals 9-3. The Washington Nationals beat the Brewers 8-6. The White Sox beat the Royals 6-5. The Yankees lost to the Tampa Bay Rays 4-5, and the Detroit Tigers beat the Marlins 8-2. Athletics beat the New York Mets 1-0. Angels beat the Cincinnati Reds 9-6. The Minnesota Twins beat the Blue Jays 8-2. Orioles won 6-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Phillies 4-3. And then the Cleveland Guardians got their asses handed to them by the Braves 13-1. They have talked to American Indians, and they have repeatedly said it's not an issue to them. Atlanta and the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians have had good relationship. Again, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I am okay with at this juncture in our time. It's just say, okay, you know what? Let's just bring the Indians back. Let's bring it back. Let's get rid of the wing G and all that. Like you never intended to use the wing G on the hat, that was a miss on their part.
Yeah.
They used that C, so let's bring you can keep the word mark if you wanted to. Keep the same word mark.
Right.
Okay, all of that. Just change it from Guardians to Indians, and then bring Chief Wahoo back, and then let's move on and be done with it.
Yep.
I missed Tom Hamilton, who's the play-by-play caller for the Guardians. I was like, "Welcome to Tribe Baseball." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm okay with it. I'm at this point in my life, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
well,
what else we got, my friend?
I was just looking. The two AAA teams in North Carolina not doing too good.
No, my God, the Durham Bulls are not doing good.
Yeah, Bulls are at 5-10 right now. Charlotte's at 7-7. It's still early, but and I haven't seen like any of their specific game scores and all. But you look at run differential. Durham's -18. Charlotte's plus 18, but they're at 500. So we'll see how it goes. Worcester and Scranton are doing pretty solid right now in the International League East. My Fireflies got on a hot streak this week. They won 4 in a row after dropping the first 2 to Myrtle Beach on Tuesday and Wednesday. And Virgil asked me the other night if I'd seen any minor league logo hats on the ship. The only hat I did end up seeing the entire cruise was a guy wearing a Myrtle Beach Pelicans hat.
Really?
Saw a couple of bananas and coconuts hats from the Banana Ball League, but yeah, Myrtle Beach Pelican was the only MILB hat or shirt that I saw. So,
plenty of Major League Baseball.
I saw baseball. Yeah, Major League. I saw some, mostly like the bigger team, Dodgers, some Yankees, some like the LA, New York hats. Braves. I think I saw Braves hats. I mean, that's about it. I mean, like a lot of the people on there were Southeast centric.
Yeah.
From the states they were from. But yeah, that's most of the ones I saw were like LA, New York.
I got you. I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest with you. Like you didn't see a lot more, but I mean,
yeah,
it's still early in the season for baseball, so that's why I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Really quick here. Let's talk about the Major League standings. Have you seen the Major League standings lately?
No, let me flip over there because, like I said, I've kind of been a little out of touch on it this week. Standings.
So let's start with the American League.
Okay.
American League, the Tampa Bay Rays are in first place, tied with your Yankees.
Yep.
Then you got Baltimore. Actually, there's a 3-way tie for first place.
Yeah, because the Yankees started out, they were like 7-1, and then they have not been good right the last week.
Yeah, they've been pretty
lost
shitty.
They're on a 5-game losing streak right now. So they were 8-2 at one point. Now they're 8-7.
Even though the run differential is the best in their division at plus 21, right? Yeah. So then you got Baltimore, Toronto, and then the Boston Red Sox. So the Boston Red Sox and Toronto Blue Jays are tied for last place right now. That's bad.
Yeah.
All right, so then you got moved the American League Central. The American League Central, you got the Minnesota Twins, Cleveland Guardians, where both of them are tied for first. Then you have the Kansas City Royals tied with the Detroit Tigers for third. And then you got the lonely Chicago White Sox in last place right now.
See, I think we all thought the Twins were going to be bad, and they still may be. It's early.
You and me are in the same boat where it says, "Hey, we gotta wait until May, end of May,
Right.
to really can tell how this is gonna shape out." Like I never really put any stock to anything early on because look, for example, okay, do we expect the Pittsburgh Pirates to be in first place for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
They're in first place right now.
Yeah.
They're in first place right now. Okay, you got the Cincinnati Reds, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Milwaukee Brewers, and then the Chicago Cubs all the way in dead last. Do we honestly think that one, the Chicago Cubs are going to be that bad, and then two, that the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be that good the whole rest of the year?
In fact, I think that the way it stands right now is almost flipped from what we thought it was going to be.
Right. Exactly. And so, yeah. Anyways,
I mean, the Braves are in first place. Did we think that was going to happen? Sorry, Phil, just picking.
sorry.
The Braves come and go as their injured list goes.
But that's what we talked about when we were making our predictions. That,
and it's funny, they are literally, to me, the last few seasons, they're the only team that we put that disclaimer to. Like, we don't ever say, well, the Phillies, they're as good as the injuries. No, the Braves, like, they have an infirmary for the last few years, and they have so many people that have been injured off and on throughout the last few seasons. That's the only thing.
Right, exactly. We were all of us, all five of us were like, listen, I'm willing to put the Atlanta Braves in first place. However, we got to put an asterisk to this as long as they stay healthy, because they got a plethora of absolute great players, right? All-star caliber players, gold glove players. However, the problem is they can't stay healthy the full year. And
right.
But if they do, that's a dangerous team to see in the playoffs. But that's the problem, right? Like, you can't rely on them.
Yeah.
And so, listen, right now they're in first place, right behind the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies, then the Washington Nationals, and then the New York Mets in last place. I don't know what's going on with the Mets. The Mets better get it together, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a negative run differential.
They do. Negative 16.
They just can't seem to put something together with that team. I don't know. The ownership is trying to spend the money. He just doesn't always spend it right. And I don't know. We'll see. Still early.
Yeah. Again, still early. We're just got to take this with a grain of salt, right? The Houston Astros are in last place.
Yeah.
Then you got the Texas Rangers and the Athletics tied for first. The Angels are in 500, Seattle Mariners, and then the Houston Astros.
Yeah, A's are on a 5-game win streak right now. I mean, they've gone from 3-7 to 8-7. So
yeah, I don't believe in the A's. I'm not gonna say that I believe in them. I'm not gonna. I just don't. I don't.
I think they're better. Well, last year they were better than we expected. I think this year they're going to be better than most people think. But they're not going to contend for the division, I don't believe, either.
Yeah. So, and then, obviously in the West, in the NL West, you got the Dodgers, the Padres, the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, and then the San Francisco Giants. The San Francisco Giants, dude. This is something the Braves clubhouse was moved to Emory Hospital. Yeah. This is something that the Giants, man, I don't know what's going on with this whole thing. Like, do we give this head coach a little bit more time to just get it together? What are we doing here?
Yeah, again, I don't know if it's the way he's putting the lineup or the decisions he's making, or if it's just the players they have are not good enough to perform. It's hard to say. They're negative 21 run differential. They're not playing well. He's not playing. So are they not playing because they don't like him and they're trying to tank to get rid of him? Mm-hmm. Or is it just they're not very talented right now and he doesn't have a lot to work with on his lineup? I really don't know. I haven't watched them. They have some talent on that team on paper. I just don't know if it's enough to
Yeah.
do what they need to do. Is there again? I haven't watched their games. I don't know if it's pitching that's bad, if it's decision making by him. It's hard to say. But that division, the Rockies and Giants are both already 5.5 games back. There's not one other division anywhere else that the last place teams over 3 games back. So,
Yeah.
and it's again very early. It's going to bounce around a little bit, but not a good start for them. Just like Rockies are bad. The Giants shouldn't be that bad, at least on paper.
They shouldn't. Buster Posey's the one that has his hand all over this, right? So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued by this experiment of bringing a college coach all the way up to the majors and see how it works out. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Again, let's say what we always been saying. Let's wait until later on in May to see how this is going to go, and then you never know. I just don't think that the San Francisco Giants are going to be that good of a team this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Again, I think a lot of it has to do with potentially what their talent level really is versus what it looks like it could be. I mean, you don't manage a college program, a top-level college program, win a national championship level program,
correct,
and not know how to coach baseball. It's just a matter of whether the egos
what
and
are we coaching? I was just exactly. What are we coaching? Are we coaching, young men, or are we coaching, a bunch of adult millionaires, right? That they don't. And to me, right now, they're showing that they don't care.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen a lot of this in the NBA. That's the only comparison you can really think about. It's like, when you have some of these guys that are top college coaches and they jump to the NBA. Donovan comes to mind when he left Florida and went to the NBA. It was different because now you're coaching, and college basketball was way different when he was coaching college basketball than it is now too. He went from the recruiting guys and having depth to coaching a bunch of millionaires, and a lot of them didn't buy into him for a while. Now he had some success, but there's some other guys that went to from college to pros.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Pitino. Pitino is one of the greatest college coaches there is. He struggled in the NBA a lot. I mean,
correct.
Calipari did the same thing. I mean, these guys try to go and coach in the NBA, and it's like it's a whole different ball game there. It's less of a different ball game now because college guys are more like pros because they're getting paid and they're changing teams constantly. But we'll see.
It really just like when you heard the hire in Atlanta, you're like, what? Wait, what? Like if you were to tell me that they brought somebody in from the minors, yep.
Right.
Absolutely. They've earned their stripes. And again, I'm not saying that they have, any college coach has not earned their stripes. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. I'm talking about you went through the process in Major League Baseball to go through and go through the gauntlet that it is Minor League Baseball. And because you're not just a head coach, you got to go and be the third base coach or the first base coach, right? Like you got to do all those things in coaching. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. In college, it's different. Okay. Yeah. It's a different monster, guys. I'm not trying to, in college, you're trying to win you try to develop these kids and then you're trying to win the championship. Minor League Baseball is different.
I mean, even Saban didn't have success when he went back to the NFL or went to the NFL.
That's the name that came to mind. Yeah.
He went to the Dolphins. So, I mean, in football and basketball, it hasn't been super successful either. I can't think of one guy that's gone from college to pro that's really like been like, oh, that dude was meant for the pros or whatever.
Exactly.
Some have had some success here and there, but not overly successful.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It is still early. We have not ended it yet. So we got to see how it goes. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. But I'm very intrigued about the San Francisco Giants. I'm intrigued about the Pirates. I don't know why, and I do this every year to myself. I like the Pirates. I just don't expect them to be in first place.
Well, and I like the young guy that they brought up, the shortstop. The name escapes me totally right now, but that 19-year-old kid they brought up to play shortstop, they already signed him to a 9-year contract, gave him some big money. Pairing him with Paul Skeens. I mean, they can build something there if they can keep them together. And they just got to start spending some money. They've got to say, look, we're going to spend some money. Even if we lose money now, it'll pay off in the end, because that's how you got to look at it. Some of these owners don't want to look at it that way.
Yeah. So guys, thank you for joining us again. We made it to the top of the hour again, my friend. Look at us.
Yep. And for Phil's question earlier, what would Donnie name his yacht? I can't come up with anything great. For now, I would say I'd call my yacht Making Waves.
Okay. You need to come up with a better one.
I do. Well, I'm trying to think of something else, but I don't know.
Well,
I'll work on that one.
Yeah, let's wait until next week, and then when you bring it up again. But guys, thank you for joining us. Break Even Sports will be on tonight. I will not be on. I'm taking a little break from them, just step back a little bit. But we will be back tomorrow, the DHC Sports Show at 8 p.m. From 8 to 10. All of us will be talking about the major leagues, what's going on, and things like that. Our minor league baseball rankings is still going on, so we gotta definitely take a look at that. So thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then we will see you guys. We'll see you guys next Monday. Have a good day, boys.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.